NASCAR fans, what just happened in Texas? That race didn't just have a little chaos, it had the whole dang storm. Fire, wrecks, wild pit calls, underdog dreams getting lit up. And somehow, Joey Logano snuck through the smoke like a fox in a henhouse and walked away with the win. This wasn't your average Sunday cruise around a 1.5-mile oval. Nope. This one felt personal. Denny Hamlin literally caught fire. Jesse Love, in only his second Cup start, threw a wrench into the strategy game. Michael freaking McDowell nearly pulled off a two-tire miracle. And through all of that, Logano, who started 27th, came charging like a man possessed. It wasn't a dominant win, it was a survivor's win. And it might just be the race that reignites Logano's title hopes for 2025. Let's break it down, because this race had everything. Explosions, strategy masterclasses, overtime magic, and the return of vintage Joey. Alright, so let's rewind. The race started out hot, and we don't mean just the Texas sun. By lap 75, Denny Hamlin's car literally went up in flames. The guy's trying to claw back from a pit road miscue, thanks to a misheard code word on the radio. Yes, a code word. NASCAR is wild, and just as he's making up ground, boom. 11 Toyota erupts in an oil fire like a scene from Days of Thunder.
Coasting around the racetrack.
Oh, Clint.
I'd say the oil pan just blew
Hold it
out.
right there, lock it down.
Second caution of the day, this one for Denny Hamlin.
Big fire, big
going
oil
up
fire.
in
Big
flames.
fire out of the right.
Not the Texas barbecue that 11 team wanted to see. Wow.
Yeah, he needs to stop.
Yeah, he just came on the radio and said he lost power, and they told him to recycle the engine, and then just moments later you saw the flames.
That ended his 21 race streak of lead lap finishes, and man, you could feel the frustration. Hamlin tried to nurse that thing to the pits to avoid a full-on engine detonation, but the fire had other plans. His day was over before stage 1 even waved the checkered. Tough break, and guess what? That was just the beginning. Now stage 1, that went to Austin Cindric. The Penske kid was looking sharp. Then Kylelarson stepped up and took stage 2 after Josh Berry, who'd led for over 40 laps, spun out mid-stage. But it was the final stretch of this 267-lap war that went completely bonkers. We are talking Talladega-level mayhem, but on a 1.5-mile track. And then came the boldest move of the race. Y'all, Michael McDowell. That dude nearly pulled off the upset of the season. His Spire Motorsports crew called for just 2 tires on the pit stop. Boom. McDowell rockets to the front row. The next restart, he sends it past Kylelarson and takes the freaking lead. All of a sudden, we've got a David versus Goliath situation. Penske's finest, Blaney, then Logano, on the hunt. And here's McDowell trying to hold them off with 2 old left sides and a dream. Logano? He's lurking in the weeds. Coming from 27th on the grid. The carnage? It was everywhere. Like for Kyle Busch, he slammed in the turn 4 wall, thanks to a bump that sent Berry flying earlier too.
Oh. No! Around he goes! And into the wall in turn 4. And Ricky Stenhouse, who fired off 14th on that restart.
I mean, I would consider this still on low air, wouldn't you, Clint? Because the way that this car goes through that, you see it right over that bump. And we've heard a couple drivers talk about making sure that car is straight. If you have that wheel in there and
Carson Hocevar, say goodbye to that pole position. He gets caught up in a wreck with Ryan Preece and Cody Ware. Then came the big one. And no, it didn't happen at Talladega. It happened right here in Texas. Bubba Wallace slides into the wall and then comes right back down in front of Joey Logano. Massive chain reaction. Gragson, Allmendinger, Bowman, Fincham. Everyone's caught in the chaos.
Is off just a bit.
Might not be as bad as they thought.
Wow.
Bubba Wallace,
Bubba.
he's wrecked.
big contact.
Oh, and he catches
Off the ground. This is a big one.
Gregson, Bowman up and into the wall, and Allmendinger collected, and more.
We knew that these restarts were going to continue to get more and more physical, and we saw him get into the wall, got all jammed up there off of turn 2.
Somehow, Logano muscles through it all. And behind him, Chastain? That man went from 31st on the grid to 2nd by the time we hit overtime. 10 laps to go, and McDowell is still leading. But behind him, Logano and Blaney are closing in. Blaney sneaks past McDowell, and for a second, you think maybe he's got it. But then he makes a bizarre choice. He gives up the front row on the restart, and chooses the inside of the second row instead. That gave McDowell clean air, and he used it. Flew past Larson again to retake the lead. But then, dirty air caught up with him. The number 71 slides loose behind Blaney, smacks the wall, and just like that, his Cinderella run is toast. Cue the overtime. Now, during lap 264, Logano took the lead. He's got Chastain breathing down his neck. Blaney too. And the field is stacked behind them. But that final restart? It was ice cold from Joey. The guy nailed the launch. Chastain got close, real close, but Logano had that dog in him. Held him off, didn't put a wheel wrong, and took the checkered after leading just 7 laps all day.
Well, Joey Logano has done a great job today. They started deep in this field, and he has driven his way to the front.
Around turn 3 and 4. Joey Logano will get his 37th win. The AAA Ford for Roger Penske will go to victory lane.
Yeah!
Team Penske's Joey Logano. From P27 on the grid to P1 when the smoke cleared. His first win of 2025 and his first ever at Texas Motorspeedway.
Now the sport changes so quickly. It's crazy how he can just ride these roller coasters, and so it was awesome to get that done here. The jail kids crew is here, the kids, so we'll have fun with them at victory lane. You know, we had a really tough pit stall situation. The pit crew did a good job at managing that and just grabbed a couple here and there. The car was fast. I knew that yesterday. We just grinded it out. Right? Just keep grinding a couple here and a couple there, and eventually get a win here. So it's nice to get one. Real nice.
That's Joey Logano in a nutshell for you. Methodical, aggressive, unshakable. So what did we learn? Well, first off, Logano still got it. That's career win number 37 for the 2-time champ. And the crazy part? It's his first ever win at Texas. After years of trying, he finally checks it off the list. Second, Chastain is starting to heat up. That P2 finish is his best of the season so far, and his 4th top 10 in 5 races. The Tootsie's Chevy came to life late and nearly snatched it. Third, Blaney's still searching. He's now the only Penske driver without a win in 2025. And you gotta wonder, did giving up that front row spot cost him the trophy? Kylelarson grabbed 4th after winning stage 2. Eric Jones was quietly solid, rounding out the top 5. Behind them, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. with a season-best P6. Austin Dillon, that's 3 top 10 in a row for him in P7. Legacy Motor Club's John Hunter Nemechek finished 8th. Christopher Bell and Daniel Suarez rounded out the top 10. The 2025 Worth 400 at Texas will go down as one of the wildest intermediate track races in recent memory. A race that started with an inferno and ended with Joey freaking Logano taking the cowboy hat home. The message? Never count him out. From pit road chaos to the top step of victory lane, Joey Logano reminded the world that he's still one of the baddest drivers in NASCAR. And now, with that win under his belt, you better believe the rest of the field just got a whole lot more nervous. If you loved that madness, tell us who impressed you most. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's get this discussion rolling. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe for more interesting stories and updates from everything NASCAR. Do share this video with your friends. Until next time, keep the conversation going on, lucky dog on track.